startup is hoping its AI technology could be a key to slowing cognitive decline. Listen to this.
How are you feeling today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well today, and I'm looking forward to our chat. It's always nice to connect and share a moment together. Tilly, what was a recent moment that made you smile?
My cat throwing herself down on the floor and laying on her back with all of her arms and legs spread out wide for me to rub her belly.
Oh, we're going to talk with the CEO of NewDays about how this all works and why the benefits are being felt far beyond the person using it.
It's going to toss.
November is National Caregiver Month, and so many local families are for someone with Alzheimer's disease. In fact, 1 in 3 Americans over the age of 65 faces serious cognitive concerns, either mild impairment or dementia. Now, a Seattle startup is working on solutions involving cognitive stimulation, training, and rehabilitation that can improve outcomes and delay symptoms. Here's an example of how the brain training works.
Let's use our memory and creativity at the same time to remember words and create sentences. Would you like to give this exercise a try?
Sure.
Great. I'm glad you're up for trying this out. So here's how it works. I'll say 2 simple words, and your job is to remember those words and make a sentence or 2 with them. Think of it like a little puzzle.
Steve is down in the Arc Lounge right now with co-founder and CEO of a company called NewDays. This is Babak Parviz. This is really neat, Steve.
It is fascinating, and I'm just thinking about all the people that can be helped as a result of this. Thank you for coming in this morning. It's nice to meet you.
My pleasure. It's great to be here.
And we were just talking during the commercial break about your resume, which I was telling you is quite impressive. Former VP of Amazon, founder of Google Glass, venture capitalist, and now this startup, which is called NewDays AI. Tell us about kind of your journey and how you ended up with this new company, this new venture in helping people that are facing that really serious issue of cognitive decline.
Thanks for having me here, and thanks for your question.
Yeah.
You know, we're sort of entering the holiday season right now. This is when we see our loved ones, maybe after some break, and sometimes we notice that their cognition has changed, and this is a good reminder that this is a really important issue. This has been top of mind for me and my co-founder. Both of our families have been impacted by Alzheimer's and dementia, and we were really motivated to bring cutting-edge technology to help this population that at the moment, unfortunately, they have no recourse. The number of people impacted by dementia is very large in the U.S. Is 11% of people over 65. And on top of that, 22% of people over 65 have mild cognitive impairment. So about a third of people over 65 need help here. And that really highly motivated us to go do something about it.
I know that we showed a little bit of a snippet there of how this looks or works. Can you explain a little bit about how this is put together, how it works for somebody who might be facing a serious issue like that?
Sure. So we found a number of randomized clinical trials. So this is the gold standard of medicine, of techniques. These are neuropsychological techniques that, excuse me, help people with their cognition. And we transitioned that to be delivered mostly by artificial intelligence and partly by human clinicians.
Amazing how it all sort of comes together. And you kind of called this I understand, a physical therapy for your mind. What do you mean by that?
So this is an exercise that exercises your mind, the same way that maybe we have a knee pain and go see a therapist and go through personalized sessions, and over time we get better. This is the equivalent for cognition. So we have both an expert clinician and also our AI system working with the person to work on their cognitive abilities, and over time, hopefully, we help them to either improve a certain aspect of their cognition, maybe their memory processing speed, or regain some ability that they have lost as a result of neurodegeneration. So there's maybe something that they really care about doing, but they no longer can do that. So we can help them regain that ability and maintain that for a period of time. And in best cases, we can push back the symptoms of the disease. And I think that's really important because People really care about their ability to remember things. People really care about their ability to reason. So to a large extent, they defined who we are. And we try to empower people to maintain those for as long as possible.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the patients, of course, but in terms of caregivers, what caregivers that are using this AI brain trainer method, what did they report about using a tool like this and helping some of those patients?
So the feedback that we get from caregivers has been tremendously motivating for our team, because they notice changes in their loved ones, which is very nice, and again, great to see. But what we hear from them is that they can connect better to their loved ones. So not only they notice changes, positive changes in people they care about, but they also, as a result, they can connect better to them. And that sense of connection is very important. They can have better quality of time with them. And there's also some level of respite that's afforded to caregivers, because they know that when the person they care for is interacting with our system, they're doing something that's good for their cognition. It also gives a little bit of break also for the caregiver for that period of time.
Yeah, you talked about the personal nature of having family members that have battled this disease. And I'm also thinking about, the frustration that so many families have about not having a cure to sort of treat something like this, and more people are battling it. Why now?
Yeah, really the inflection point was the new generation of the artificial intelligence technology. So what we built, basically, it was impossible to build even 3 years ago. So our
Just
team,
that short amount of
yeah,
time.
so absolutely. So our team has been, and many people in our team, that we've been building AI systems for many years. You mentioned Google, Amazon, large companies and small companies. So we're very familiar with what this technology can do, and it was just not possible to build this type of intervention 3 years ago. But more recently, we went through an inflection point in the ability of the technology to do things that are very powerful, very new. So now we can actually deploy this. So this is, in a sense, is a poster child of the good we can do with this new generation of AI. So if I think about this story, is really a story about technology and a story about hope. So the technology story is that we have gone through an inflection point. We have incredibly powerful technology that has a number of societal consequences. But one of the things that this allows is that we can now do therapies that we just couldn't produce in the very recent past. So there's a technology story here. But there's also a story of hope, because now we have interventions that meaningfully can help people that face cognitive decline, that face dementia. So hopefully both of those stories can touch people.
It's just incredible that technology has advanced that much in such a short amount of time, and it's giving people hope, which I think is important that people maintain, because oftentimes I think when you're battling a disease like this that can be so debilitating, that hope sometimes gets lost. So good on you guys for developing a tool to help giving families like yourself some hope.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we are technologists, so we're very excited about cutting-edge technology, but we are excited about cutting-edge technology for doing something good in the world, and hopefully we can do that.
That's what it's all about. Congratulations on this.
My pleasure.
And thank you for coming in to talk about it. I'm just thinking, Tyra, about all the families who will benefit from a tool exactly like this.
Use the exact words I was looking for. Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Absolutely is. Yeah, I hope they continue to develop things and go really far.
Same here.